Hi, and welcome to Star Lighthouse. I'm Prashant, and this is your weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Venus rising in Pisces. This is a generic read, so I suggest you take whatever message resonates with you and leave everything else behind. If this reading does connect with you, there's an extended to it. In the extended, I will further talk about how to look into the blocks, how to balance your energy, how to balance your situation. If you would like to join me there, the link for extended is below in the description box. I hope you like the reading, and if you do, please do like, subscribe, and share. That would be very helpful. So Pisces, how are you doing? How was your Thanksgiving? Hopefully it was exciting. You were able to connect to your family and friends. You were able to celebrate with them. Even if it was virtually, you were able to share that gratitude to surviving this year. This was a very tough year. Gratitude to survive this year. Hope you were able to do that. So let's focus on the thought, the feeling, the question, the anxiety that brought you to this reading. What's burning your mind right now? Let's focus on it. Take a deep breath and let everything else go. Just focus on that thought. And maybe this reading has an answer for you. Let's see what's going on for you this week. Three of Wands. Trying to find opportunities to map your dreams to reality, being blocked by Five of Wands, a conflict, inner or otherwise, let's see, past situation, Seven of Chalices, little daydreaminess, little off-grounded, mind's ambition, Queen of Swords, become completely intellectual, able to process all the information that might stop you from moving onwards. Or you might even be doing too much processing, creating this mental conflict in your mind. Heart's desire, Three of Coins. Another card, number 3, finding opportunities which will make your dreams to reality. Future situations, Six of Wands, you will find that right opportunity and actually increased social recognition from past or present action would bring you that opportunity. Suggested advice or action, Five of Chalices, and context for this advice or action, Five of Coins. So seemingly, I think I'm getting a feeling that this points towards the Seven of Chalices, which Seven of Chalices is a card which points towards like you're little off-grounded, how you're feeling or thinking in this moment might not be completely realistically possible. So even if you're thinking from the standpoint of fear, or if you're thinking the standpoint of like dream fantasies, it is more on a dream space side as a card. So whatever it might be, that it by itself is creating an unrealistic expectation. And Five of Chalices and Five of Coins, the Five of Wands, all of them pointing towards mental conflict created by a possible previous situation where you were not completely grounded and you ended up losing money, in fact, like money or effort that was put in an equal proportionate amount or the expected amount that you were hoping for didn't happen. It didn't manifest. And all of that is possibly because of unrealistic expectation in the past. That's where you're moving towards, like you're thinking of getting into this King of Swords space where you try to understand and fully comprehend all the information around you fully assimilate and digest it, fully process it to take sound, solid decisions. Hopes and fears, wheel of fate, wheel of fortune, and potential outcome. Three of chalices. So you will move forward, and a lot of moving forward will happen when you release some of these daydreaminess. You might be over manifesting. There is a need for you to get grounded, like there's a need for you to refine gravity. You might be a little floating too in the air. And Six of Wands with Three of Chalices, they're pointing towards like social settings where you are in or where you're moving towards. Like if you're going through a change, those social settings would be very conducive for you to have new opportunities for you to thrive in the future. So you don't have to worry about that. In this moment, there is need for you to find that groundedness within you. There is a feeling from all these cards that you are probably dreaming a little too out of the box, which is good, but some of those dreams are slightly unrealistic, and there's a need for you to totally comprehend the constraints that might occur in the future. That understanding needs to be brought in. So Three of Coins and Three of Wands, both of the cards points towards connecting your dreams and making them real. So dreams about money, dreams about opportunities, dreams about hierarchical power. Finding the right fit for yourself from dream to reality and make it that happen. This also requires for people around you to start believing and investing in you. So it's like a very simultaneous process where you find your belief, where you find your dreams, and then you also find the right people to connect all of that together. Now, this might not happen until you release the daydreaminess, where you might be overshooting what your current result is, and that is creating an unproportionate effort, also creating this mental conflict within you as to you not being able to fully accept the coming opportunity, position, like raise, whatever is happening as a change towards you. So the transition will only happen where you believe that the next step that shows up, next opportunity, next possible raise, hierarchical change that shows up is a trustful change. You can believe and trust in the people who are doing it for you. The Wheel of Fate card points towards you will be able to do it. If everything happens for a reason and you would be where you would be, where you're supposed to be. So now processing King of Swords, understanding all of that is very important. Understanding, comprehending all the constraints around you possible in reality. At the same time, you cannot let this analysis of the situation create any possible fear inside your mind. So there's a fine balance between letting this comprehension and analysis to either get too taxing on you or to become like not that conducive enough for you to take right step. You have to find a right balance between both. And that will occur when you find a sense of groundedness within you, a sense of like what your dreams are, and then what's truly achievable in this particular moment. I'm not saying that you let go of all of these dreams and fantasies. It's great to have all of them because that allows you to truly believe in the picture that you are moving into, the scene that you're setting for yourself. but to be able to act in this moment and not truly get into this like hallucinative dream space where you're constantly living in a dream space, there is a barrier where you have to understand what's real and then how to act in it, and not let this fascination become a fixation and over obsession, and we start over obsessing about it. That needs to be avoided. At the same time, King of Swords has to like trying to understand what's real, trying to understand how much is feasible, trying to understand what to shoot for, trying to understand which situation, what abilities would be conducive. This might sound very overwhelming or could become overwhelming. So you need to start taking step-by-step actions towards it, and don't let your procrastination, if any, dominate that, and push comprehending and analyzing the situations to the last minute. Pushing that to the last minute might make you make mistakes that would repeat mistakes of the old. It's very important when we make mistakes in the past to we learn the lessons of it. Otherwise, cyclically, we would repeat that mistake. For us to get out of that cycle, we have to stop making it. So 5 of Wands points towards all this inner conflict within you and finding the right balance. You have, so the 3 cards with number 3 clearly pointing towards like you have to find a trustworthy alliance, a trustworthy person, a trustworthy counterpart, or like a set of people with whom you can discuss your dreams, with whom you can trust and share your fantasies about what you truly want to get towards. People who can truly let you know if you are over fantasizing, people who can truly let you know if some of those like skills you might like that might be required, you might not have them in the moment. So are you aware of it? So they make you aware of the constraint, but they don't decide for you should you go for the opportunity or not. Such set of people, you can start learning how to trust them, start sharing bit by bit about your dreams, about what would you like to do, and they will also provide you a much needed input for this King of Swords. King of Swords is someone who can take information, inputs from everyone. They can take all the suggestions, advice come to them, but the decisions that they make is their own, is they based on their own sound judgment. And once the decision is made, it's not about what the information or who gave the information. It's about their choice, their ability to understand all that information that came from outside, process it, and then act out. That's where you need to get to it. You need to be able to comprehend all that information, process it, and then act. Neither of that step can be missed. And once you do that, that's where you start moving forward. That's where this wheel starts moving forward. And that's where the opportunity starts coming in. So Pisces, I hope within yourself you find some groundedness, find some moments to meditate during the day. Meditation allows us, our mind, to get connected to this soul, and like it allows us to get connected, that soul to get connected to the earth. I know it might be, if you haven't started something like that yet, it might be a tedious process to do or even to think about, to meditate, but you have to start somewhere. So take that start. You have to, there's a need to be found, like to find that groundedness. Pisces, I hope like you realize the lessons from the old, where you would have had made mistakes, by not truly taking into account the constraints to your imaginations, and that could have had left incorrect results in terms of money, or it could have also lead to like financial losses, like you losing projects or situations because you might not have been able to complete the task in time because of incorrect assumptions or beliefs. That kind of behavior has to be released. That kind of unconscious habit has to be released. You need to start finding within yourself an ability to become a person who can take information from every possible source, comprehend, assimilate it, process it, digest it, and then take the right action. None of the steps should be missed, feared for, none of the steps should be skipped over. Once you are able to get to that situation, you will be able to take the right step for yourself and move the wheel forward. Learn the lessons of the old, don't miss them, otherwise they're doomed to repeat them. Once you start moving things forward, you will start finding the right people, you start finding trustful people, people who give advice in terms of only the constraints or the situation, just make you aware of things. They don't tell you what to do or not to do. Choice belongs to you. Start finding those people at that point. Pisces, I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, there is an extended to it. In the extended, I will further look at how to balance your emotions, your energy, how to find that balance in daydreaminess. We will further look at messages from the oracle and timing related to the next opportunity that would come to you. All of that you will look in the extended. If you would like to join me there, the link for that is below in the description box. Thank you for joining me in this reading, and have an amazing week.